Behind closed doors, Katy Perry is freaking out about the flop of Woman's World.
I feel super connected to love.
These activists didn't like that she dressed up as an Asian woman.
Katy Perry, please stop. She actually died in the courtroom.
What happens when a pop megastar launches herself into space, only to re-enter an atmosphere packed with lawsuits, flopped singles, and fans who feel more betrayed than inspired? Katy Perry once ruled the charts with candy-coated anthems and stadium-roaring sing-alongs, but today, her comeback is spiraling like a rogue rocket. A $175 collector doll, critics swear looks like bargain bin plastic, a feminist anthem produced by the industry's most notorious bad guy, and a courtroom resume longer than her teenage dream tracklist. This isn't just a fall.
Sing your zombie song, robot. It's messy.
Slow down. Enunciate the word.
I have 3 kids.
Honey, you've been laying on the table too much.
It's embarrassing to have that on TV, and it was hurtful.
It's a free fall. Strap in. Gravity never loses. The Dr. Luke Gamble and the 1:43 meltdown July 18, 2024 was hyped as a phoenix moment. Instead, Woman's World torched itself on re-entry. Katy's own TikTok snippet drew 10 million views, mostly duets of raised eyebrows. Radio stations tested the single for 2 days, then quietly pulled it. Fans begged her to ditch Dr. Luke, but the producer's name appeared on half the record and in the fine print of every press release. When 1:43 dropped that September, it opened at a limp number 42 on the Billboard 200.
Katy Perry's downfall is upon us, and even though her record label is confused by fans' reactions, we all knew that Katy Perry was destined for failure.
Katy's worst debut ever. Reviewers hammered the album's 2010 cosplay, as Pitchfork put it. One Guardian critic wrote, "Nothing here suggests 2024. It barely suggests 2014. Spotify's skip rate told the same story. Listeners bailed before the first chorus on tracks 2, 4, and 5. Discord servers labeled the project confetti without cake. Worse, Capitol's own A&R leak claimed label brass wanted a Wrecking Ball-style reissue by summer 2025. Translation: delete half the songs and start over. But that was only track 1 of the implosion. 11 minutes to infamy. Katy's answer? Escape orbit. Literally.
From the moment that she decided to work with Dr. Luke again to her frivolous ride to space, she is severely disconnected from reality, and that is her biggest downfall.
On April 14, 2025, she boarded Blue Origin's Hummingbird 07, a chartered suborbital hop pitched as female empowerment in zero-G. Each seat reportedly cost $1.2 million, plus undisclosed brand tie fees. The live stream, shouted everywhere from Instagram Live to Twitch, peaked at 1.3 million concurrent viewers, half cheering, half roasting. During microgravity, she belted an a cappella snippet of "Firework," voice wobbling like loose cargo. Wendy's Twitter replied, "Hope the chorus landed better than our $7 spicy nuggets in orbit." Within an hour, Jar ground control to Katy trended, carrying memes of deleted scenes from Gravity. Environmental groups condemned the 90-ton carbon footprint, estimating it equaled 425 cross-country flights. Back on Earth, Katy claimed she felt as if every atom was singing "I love you" back. Touching. But fans wondered if she'd left her sense of timing somewhere above the Karman line. Real estate wars.
I don't know how much more out of touch Katy Perry can be. Now she's releasing a doll of herself that is $175. Who does she think she is?
From nuns to an 85-year-old vet space wasn't the only frontier. In 2015, Katy tried to buy an 8-acre Los Feliz convent. 2 nuns balked, sold the property to a restaurateur instead, and the trio slogged through court for 3 grinding years. On March 9, 2018, Sister Catherine Rose Holtzman, aged 89, collapsed mid-hearing, saying, "Katy, please stop," moments before her death. The clip flashed across nightly news and became a staple of every commentary video about celebs versus faith. Fast forward, in July 2020, elderly entrepreneur Carl Westcott signed away his Montecito mansion days after major back surgery. By December, he claimed diminished capacity and tried to rescind. 4 years of litigation followed.
Katy Perry's comeback has been lackluster, and fans are starting to notice and question what is going on and how did we get to this point. Katy Perry has always been a big-time singer. She sold albums. She went on to American Idol to judge. She's done well for herself, and I've even seen her in tour before, and she was great. So what has happened to Katy Perry that has made her so bad?
In October 2024, a judge sided with Katy, but her legal team wants $6 million in damages for the slanderous delay. Westcott's daughter, Real Housewife Cameron Westcott, has since made Hulu-friendly statements calling Perry's pursuit predatory. TikTok spliced courthouse B-roll to the bridge of Roar with captions, "Eye of the tiger, heart of a landlord." Dark humor, but the reputation bruise is real. Fans asked if she'd swapped bubblegum pop for Monopoly. Idol turns sour and the sudden exit. From 2018 to 2024, Katy handed out golden tickets on American Idol, earning a reported $25 million per season. Yet, the money never softened her sound bites. Season 21 became a viral case study in TV villain edits. She mom-shamed 25-year-old Sarah Beth, "Honey, you've been lying on the table too much," and was loudly booed after telling glitter-loving powerhouse Nutsa to come back without the sparkle. Idol producers leaned into the drama with shocked reaction cuts, but the internet sided with contestants.
But we learned then that Dr. Luke was a big part of her project, and that raised a lot of red flags. Even though Dr. Luke has been behind major hits, he has been exposed as a monster, and it's bizarre to me that she would even want to have him on this project.
On February 12, 2024, Katy told Jimmy Kimmel Live she was exhausted and needed new pulse. By May 2025, Carrie Underwood arrived as judge and cracked a thin-veiled joke. "I'll keep both boots on the ground. No rockets for me." Ratings bumped 4% the very next week. Mid-roll call to action. If you're hooked so far, subscribe and ring the bell. This rabbit hole keeps getting deeper. Drop a comment. Was Katy bold or blind boarding that rocket during a flop cycle? Your takes decide where we dig next. Culture clash moments. The AMA geisha routine, 2013, resurfaced when a cultural studies TikToker stitched it with her 2025 Space Odyssey, calling both Orientalist fantasies. 10 years after the pizza fling incident, a former club staffer claimed Katy left marinara footprints backstage. The internet believed it instantly.
Apparently, behind closed doors, Katy Perry is freaking out about the flop of Woman's World, which was her lead single from her new album 143, which is leading to frantic talks to try and save her album, as insiders are revealing what her plans are to kind of get back in fans' good graces.
Meanwhile, clips of her Vegas play residency, complete with a 6-foot dancing turd, recycled on Reddit's r/Cringetopia Weekly, captioned "Zero G Talent Show." Even Sesame Street once shelved her for a too revealing dress. Detractors say that history haunts each new scandal. Every resurfaced clip becomes a fresh trending hashtag, ensuring her missteps mutate rather than disappear. The $175 doll disaster 4 days post-spaceflight, Katy's web store hyped Play Doll Limited Astronaut Edition. Glossy PVC suit, pink helmet, 7-inch speaker that loops, "I feel super connected to love." Price, $175. Twitter called it Wish.com Barbie. YouTube unboxers tore the packaging live, and resellers couldn't flip a single unit above retail. Only 147 of the first 500 sold by week's end, despite a flashy Discord AMA where Katy typed space star emojis and promised an NFT add-on. Collectors dragged the plastic quality.
Here's some quotes from the article. A source says, Katy's now demanding that they go back to the drawing board ahead of the release of more singles, and they are adjusting the album right now in a desperate attempt to salvage her comeback.
Fans mocked the timing, promoting vinyl chloride in the middle of an eco-backlash. One commenter nailed it. From rocket fuel to landfill filler, Katy's carbon footprint is trying to win a Grammy. Big money moves and business disconnect. The irony? Cash is pouring in. September 2023. Litmus Music buys her masters for $225 million, equal to every dollar she's ever grossed on tour. She also co-owns a vegan snack line and just inked a Roblox metaverse partnership rumored at 8 figures. But, as a Capitol Records exec allegedly quipped, "You can't syndicate relevance." Insiders claim 143 Deluxe is being rebuilt with Swedish hitmakers, no Dr. Luke in sight, and a hard 2026 drop. Meanwhile, Spotify quietly purged 2 unreleased 143-era tracks from pre-save links, likely because Luke's fingerprints were on them. The same exec joked to Rolling Stone, "We need a new planet, not just a new hook." Fans versus Frenzy. The Billboard of Love. April 29th, 2025.
With the second being, she was insane to think Dr. Luke was a good idea. She didn't listen to anyone. Instead of diving deep and creating art, she put something out that sounded like it could have been off an album of hers from 2010.
Katy Cats rallied $28,000 on GoFundMe for a Times Square digital billboard. "We love you to the moon and back." The post amassed 80K retweets, and her IG carousel racked up 1.2 million likes. Beneath it, she wrote, "No one can make you believe what you don't already think about yourself." She cited a therapist's mantra, "If criticism lands, investigate the bruise." Stans call it resilience. Critics call it delusion. Yet the love-hate tension keeps Katy trending, which, paradoxically, is algorithmic gold. A single tweet can move her stock on the cultural exchange more than a chart position ever did. The road ahead. Can the Phoenix reignite? Tour math. Play residency grossed $170 million across 266 shows, but the upcoming Lifetime's world tour is projected for half that if ticket velocity stays flat. Insiders whisper about bundling admission with metaverse tokens and, yes, future suborbital giveaways. Music math. Capitol wants 3 singles ready by Q3 2025.
I think Women's World just sounds so uninspired. It was just this attempt at this satirical anthem that just fell so hard on its face. It didn't feel like a song that had any sort of inspiration or meaning truly behind it. Again, just an uninspired comeback song, in my opinion.
Each under 3 minutes. TikTok bait hooks first 15 seconds. No ballads. Think California Girls energy, but 2025 memes. If Katy can thread empowerment without Luke's shadow and channel disco rather than sugar pop, a rebound isn't impossible. Look at Madonna's 2005 Confessions pivot or Gaga's Joanne to Chromatica rebound. The danger is time. TikTok cycles move faster than artist reinventions. Final wrap-up and end roll CTA. 1 controversial producer. 1 ill-timed rocket ride. 2 real estate brawls. A Smithsonian-grade collection of cringe clips, and a plastic doll priced like museum merch. Katy Perry stands in a hurricane of her own weather system. She says she's floating above the noise. Critics say she's tone-deaf to it. Pop history, though, loves a comeback. Britney rolled, Gaga rebooted, Mariah resurrected, sometimes twice. So will Katy's next single soar or shatter? Let the algorithm and your voice decide. Comment below with your bold prediction. Share this deep dive with every Katy Cat or skeptic in your group chat, and if you haven't already, smash that red subscribe button and ring the bell. The next chapter could drop tomorrow, or it could drop from orbit. Either way, you'll hear it here first. Stay curious, stay grounded, and remember, in pop culture, the only constant is re-entry velocity.